Hello, my name is Rick Utzler, and this is AirgunWeb, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Today we are in Williams, Arizona, one of my favorite locations for doing reviews and, of course, getting out and hunting some prairie dogs. Really, really great spot out here. Weather's great. It's a little windy today, so you're going to hear some of that on the review. Apologize for that. Up front, can't be helped. We're going to do the best we can. Today we're looking at the Benjamin Maximus. I know you guys want to know a lot about this rifle, and we're hoping to bring it to you. Stay tuned. Okay, so the Benjamin Maximus. This is a no-frills PCP air gun with its best feature, gotta be price point. You're looking at sub $200 pretty much most of the time for this rifle. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means you're getting a PCP for less than 200 bucks. The beauty of a PCP is you don't have to have a special technique to shoot the doggone thing. If you're used to shooting rimfire, you could step right from that to this and see immediate success. That's why I like PCPs, especially for those people trying to cross over from firearms and want to add air guns to their repertoire. A lot of times they'll go ahead and buy a break barrel, but those, while they're very good, some of them are very good, they do require special technique, and that can be a little frustrating for someone who's just used to point and shoot. This gives you the true point and shoot at a very, very affordable price point. So let's talk a little bit about the stock. It's a composite, lightweight stock. When I say lightweight, it is very lightweight. The reason I purchased this, and yes, I actually bought this one for my own personal use, but I have a 9-year-old daughter, and I want her to go out shooting with me, go out hunting, and this gives her that ability. We'll get staged up on shooting sticks, and she can shoulder this and manage it very easily. And that's something she's not been able to do really with any other air gun that's suitable for hunting. It is chargeable with high pressure air, and the beauty of this particular gun is that it only requires 2,000 PSI. Because it only needs 2,000 PSI, it's very easy to fill with a hand pump. It does have some basic open sights, and I've removed the rear sight, which is just a notch and a ramp, so that I could mount this scope. It comes with your basic fiber optic front sight. Those are, I kind of really think those are more of an afterthought. It's not a micro adjustable rear sight. So you're really going to want to scope this, and you can do that with the 11mm dovetail. Just add your scope and you're good to go. I'm using the Hawke Panorama. This particular scope, a little older model, but I really like it. It's got an etched glass illuminated reticle and adjustable objective, and it's very, very nice for this gun. So the basic features of the gun are very straightforward. We've been through those. Let's talk a little bit about operation. This is a PCP gun, and it is going to require high pressure air. Now I'm using the Air Venturi carbon fiber tank, which fills to 4,500 PSI. This rifle only needs 2,000 PSI. So as you can imagine, I'm going to get a lot of fills off of a tank like this. If you have an aluminum tank, it's actually very efficient to use a standard 3,000 PSI aluminum tank as well. But the way you're going to do this is go ahead and attach your connector here to the quick release Foster connector. We've got our meter right here on the gun, and I don't have a meter otherwise, so I'm going to actually need to look at that. And that's it, we're full. It's that simple. Again, because it only needs that 2,000 PSI, you're going to get a ton of fills off of any type of a large tank, and with a hand pump, super easy, super easy. Now it is a single shot bolt action rifle. The way this works is you're going to pull this back. Let's make sure our safety's on. It's cross bolt safety there. 22 caliber, it comes in 177 or 22. This is the 22. Go ahead and load our pellet. Take it off safe and squeeze the trigger. So let's talk a little bit about the trigger on this rifle. If there's a little bit of a rough spot that may give some shooters a little bit of a pause, it's going to be the trigger. It's non-adjustable, it's a little heavy, and it's plastic. Now, you put all that together, and, you know, frankly, it works just fine. I have not had any problems with it, but it's certainly not a match grade trigger, and it has no adjustability to make it any better than it is, unless you want to go online and start looking at some upgrades, and that's where everything starts to open up. This particular rifle, this particular platform, has just about every kind of upgrade imaginable. The Discovery has been on the market for so long and has been so customized that a lot of those are going to transfer to this rifle as well. And there are a lot of trigger upgrades for that particular gun, so you're not stuck with it. You can get your foot in the door, very inexpensive, very functional, very usable, and when you're ready to take it to the next level, you do however you like to do it. Now, this rifle for $200 delivers a ton of performance. What I found interesting is that certain pellets actually give you more shots than other pellets. I'm not sure why, other than maybe some pellets are sealing in the rifling a little bit better, and they're allowing the valve to be more efficient. Now, the least efficient pellets that I found happen to be the Crosman Premiers, whether it's the cardboard box or the Crosman Premier hollow points. They gave me a maximum of about 20 shots from 2,000 to 1,000, and they averaged around 20 foot-pounds. That's meaning they're going to shoot around 811-ish feet per second on average. Now, when you move up to something like the JSB 15.89s, you know, the 19 some odd grain Barracuda Hunter Extremes, those all are giving me 35 shots from 2,000 to 1,000 with a pretty decent shot curve, and they're averaging right in that 21 foot-pounds, maybe topping out at 22 foot-pounds of energy. So depending on the weight of the pellet, you're going to see that velocity change. It'll be a little bit faster for lighter pellets, a little slower for heavier pellets. But you can take like the 15.89s, and they're going to really average around 775, 780-ish feet per second, which is pretty decent for that weight pellet and a rifle like this. Now we need to talk accuracy. We're set up at right at 35 yards, which I think is about the optimal range for this rifle. Stay with us, we'll be right back. So that pretty much wraps up the accuracy portion. What I found is the 15.89 JSBs really give me the most consistent groupings at 35 yards and a little bit further. They just seem to be the right pellet for this rifle, at least the one I have. Crosman Premiers wanted to group well, but they opened up a little bit. And the Barracuda Hunter Extremes really sort of opened up more than I would want at a 35-yard range if I was hunting with them. Close in, devastating. These have great expansion. They're really good on small game. If you wanted to sort of try some stuff out, you can always try the Predator Polymags, which are similarly weighted to the 15.89s and most of the time group pretty close. At range, they're not quite as tight as the dome pellets, but boy, that polymer tip and the soft lead really give you good expansion on small game. So these are a great option too. We're actually going to go out and try and do a little hunting, see what kind of footage we can get. Stay with us. We'll be right back to wrap it all up. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. When I review a product, the first thing I look at is, does it do what the manufacturer says it's going to do? This gun is marketed as an entry-level PCP so that you guys can get your foot in the door with something that would otherwise cost you $1,000. This rifle does that phenomenally well. I mean, let's look at it. You can get this rifle with a pump, bundled, ready to go for well under $400. That's awesome. There are some brake barrels that are tipping the scales at $350, $400, $500, $700, $800. This is a PCP, and the difference is just frankly amazing. Yes, it's got some shortcomings because it's that low-end price point. But look, you get your foot in the door, you start shooting with something like this, you're gonna really love it. If you love shooting, you're gonna love this gun. It's a little loud, doesn't have the best trigger, but again, price point, sub $200. It's well worth it. I love it. If you're looking for something that's inexpensive, get your feet wet with the PCP, Benjamin Maximus, absolutely, you just gotta do it. I'd like to take a moment and thank Pyramid Air for sponsoring AirgunWeb in these videos. When you're looking to make your next airgun purchase or you're looking to buy your next batch of supplies, go to www.pyramidair.com and let them know that Rick sent you their way. My name is Rick Utzer with AirgunWeb, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Thanks for watching.